Joe Hedzicki, Club 38 Friday video. Alright, this is going to give you a 5-second practice. That's right, 5 seconds. I want you to practice this every day and it'll make you a much better flyer. Not because I'm teaching you something new, but because I'm teaching you how to think the way I think in a certain situation. So here's 3 different scenarios depending on what level flyer you are, and see if you can see yourself in one of these. Do you have problems with your reverse down? Do you have that teetering happening when you're reversing down? How about this, sideways? Do you have that unstable sideways reversing action? How about this for a more advanced flyer? As you're reversing up, you have that teetering happen. There's really 2 reasons for that. 1, over control. You're doing the right move, you're doing too much of it, and number 2, your timing is off. So the 5-second practice I want you to think about is actually perfect practice. I don't want you to practice with your revolution, I want you to practice in your mind. Imagine your rev is in a certain situation and then correct it. And when you correct it correctly, it works out perfectly. When you practice with your rev, you'll practice imperfectly and it takes you a lot longer to learn it. So what I want you to do, for example, in the reverse inverted hover or reverse up, I want you to think about pointing your thumb across to the opposite wing, because that's actually the handle that's controlling it. So if the wing on the right side is dropping, I want you to point your left thumb at it. Looks like this. The wing on the left is low, so I point at it. Right there. Now the wing on the right is low. Point at it. Right there. Left, right. Left, right. So the first thing is think about what you're doing. What I want you to do is I want you to point the opposite hand across at the wing that is low. Left thumb, wing on the right side, which is actually your left wing. When that wing drops low, point your thumb at it. When you get that clear in your mind, you'll automatically start to point your thumb at it. When you practice this without your rev, you can practice it perfectly. So close your eyes, imagine your wing tilted, push the opposite thumb and bring that wing up. That's how you control it. The trick now is to train your mind to react to that. So instead of saying, oh my gosh, the wing's low, I need to point at it, and it takes you 2 seconds to do it, your wing will start to teeter doing that because you're late on it. Your timing is off. You need to do it when it happens. So it's a reaction thing. Let's do it right now. Practice with me. Put your hands up and push the thumb. Right, left, right, left thumb, right thumb, left thumb. Which one? Left thumb, right thumb, left thumb. If you practice that in your mind so that you automatically are looking for the low wing, opposite cross push, you will correct it. Then the next point that makes you look like the pro is to predict what's going to happen next. Usually when you point at that low wing, it'll rise, and now that causes the other wing to be low, and then it'll rise. If you can predict after pointing that one's going to come up and you correct it before it happens, you will stop it before it does dip. So you can actually see what's going to happen in the future because it's happened so many times. It happens every single time. You keep over controlling. So number 1, practice. Push the cross thumb to raise that wing. Second, start to predict what's going to happen next and correct it before it happens. It's a mind exercise, and if you practice in your mind and you get it down, your skill and your flying performance will rocket up. See you on the field.